tick tax inclusive, so that the software knows that the 10 kwacha there is a 16% inclusive there. What do I mean? Let's move on. We go under sales. Yeah. Okay. Then when you come here under new prices, you click under new prices. As you can see here, there is a small tick here. Okay, which says tax inclusive. There's a small tick here. You should make sure that this tick is always applied. Then here you select your tax class, which is A. Here you put the price, which is VAT inclusive. RRP 0. The date of change, you put the date which you are changing the price, and you simply say add. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, we'll do it together. Let me try to see which price require adding. For example, let's add a new price here, price number 6. As you can see, it's not ticked here. So what I'll do, I'll select the product here, maybe this one here. Okay, then I'll say tab here, then here select A. Okay, which is the 16% standard rate. So that 32 which is there, for example, maybe I want to make it 40. Okay, it means that that 40 kwacha which I'm putting there is tax inclusive. Okay, now yeah, here I'll simply say okay. Then when you come here, you select sales mode here, okay, which is that one there. Then here, make sure, let me repeat, make sure this small box is ticked. Have you seen that I've ticked it? Make sure this small box is ticked. If you don't tick that small box, the system will think that this tax, the tax is exclusive. Ticking the box there means the tax is inclusive. Make sure also here there is a sales invoice mode. Then here on the date here. Okay. All right. I'll forget about that. No problem. Here on the date, I'll simply say the date which is today, 17 December 2020. Okay. Then I'll simply say add. Okay. Have you seen that it's gone? So you keep on adding the prices like that. So now let's see how the software is going to calculate. Since we have all these, as you can see, maybe we want to take a look again. Okay, we go to the first price. As you can see, is tax inclusive. There's a small tick here. Okay, next product, there is also that one. There's a small tick there. Okay, second, third product. Okay, there's a small tick there, which is tax inclusive. Okay. So now, since we have confirmed all this that they are tax inclusive, the prices, we can close. Let's go straight into the POS and try to process an invoice so that you see what I'm talking about. So now you go to POS, create an invoice here. This is the simplest thing which you can do. Tap there, select tax invoice here. Okay, tap there. Always use the tab so that it guides you. Here it is. You select again sales invoice mode here. Okay. Here you simply select the warehouse here where the stocks are. Okay. Right. So here you are not reversing any credit note. Leave it blank there. Comments. If you want to put maybe some comments, you can put the comments to say, okay, cancel for Mr. Whoever, Mr. Mwanza, Mr. Charles, or whatever. No problem. So if you don't want to put anything, leave it blank. Now here, if you want to put, maybe you are putting, we want this receipt to be in a specific name, you can select the name of the person you want to put. Otherwise, you can just leave it blank. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So here you select the prices. As you can see here, if I select that and tab, it brings me A. So let's say maybe I want 10 items there, you enter 10, it brings you to the next line. Again, you select another one, maybe I'm selecting that one now. Okay, tab, then maybe this one is just only one. Okay, now here, okay, maybe I need that one as well. Okay, here now I'll select maybe 2. Now here, don't worry, this message means there is no stock which is in the warehouse. But CA Premier will still allow you to sell even if you haven't yet captured the stock, because it assumes that later on you will capture the stock. So you simply say yes here, no problem. So it will allow you to capture or sell products without even capturing the stocks inside your warehouse. There's no issue, as long as the prices you have already attached to them. So now I select this one as well. Okay, so that at least there are many. Then maybe I put okay, a unique figure, maybe 11 here. Okay, then I'll say yes here. All right, okay, fine. Now these are enough for me, so I'll say tap so that I correct them. And as you can see, I'm supposed to correct how much? 542.79. Now sometimes you find that the cashiers, they are somehow busy on the phone, so they might enter the cash received from the customer wrongly. Suppose maybe they enter only 500 kwacha. So when they try to do that, the system will not allow them to leave that, because the amount which they are entering there is less than the amount which they are supposed to collect. So there is no way the system will allow that. So until the amount which they are supposed to collect is either more than what is it, more than 542.79. Without that, nothing will happen. So now what I'll do, I'll simply say, okay, fine. Maybe this time around they have given me 542.80. Okay, if I do that now, it allows me to end to move, but it tells me that it is a change of one way to give back to the customer. Then I'll simply, after giving that one way to the customer, I'll simply enter. Then now again, for the double entry system to run, I will simply enter again. As you can see, the double entry system on this query here is running there. Okay, so you allow it to run. Once it finishes running, then it brings that message which says, please hit the COM open button to send data ESD to the gadget. So here you simply either enter or you simply say okay. Okay, so now after you have done that, then you come here and select the invoice which is generated, so that you have it signed. So I will select here, then I'll click here where it says open COM port. Okay, once the COM port is open here, I will simply say okay, click there, okay. Now by clicking okay, it means that now the COM opener have authorized it to process that invoice. Once it finishes the processing, it will bring another message to confirm that now the COM port has closed. As you can see, it says, please note that the port has now closed, meaning the invoice is prepared. So I will simply say, okay, fine. Then I'll come here where it says print document here and select here the invoice to print. Okay, so which is number 6. Then you come here where it says print POS receipt. By clicking there, it means that you are sending it direct to your POS printer. So let's do it together. So here I'll say print here. Okay, see what is going to happen. Okay, let's wait a little bit and see. Now, as you can see, it has brought a print dialog. So if you have a printer here, okay, you select your printer here, okay, so that it prints direct to that POS printer. Now, in my case, I don't have a printer. I will simply put it in PDF or save it in print it in PDF. Okay, if you put your printer on default, it will be printing direct. This dialog won't even come. It will be printing direct to the POS. Okay, so I'll say okay, so that it allows me to go now and save it to where I want to. So I will simply overwrite this one. Okay, yes. So I'll simply say yes, since yeah, this one is just for my demonstration purpose. Okay, so it's printing now in PDF. As you can see, that my receipt is there, it's already signed. So if you check all what has happened here, it has put the number of cases, the number of quantities there, okay, and the VAT it has calculated. You see, and the one way, remember that one way which I said you have to give it a change to the customer, it has also put it there. It has signed everything, as you can see, physical code, everything, terminal ID, ESD time, yeah, it's also there. Okay, So now, the only thing which you need to do now, after printing, you continue with another one. So in this case, for me, I'm ending the tutorial here. This is where I end. So what I'll do, I'll simply close this because I don't need to do anything. I'll simply end this. So in this case, what I'll do, I will simply say thank you so much for watching this. Please make sure that you enter the prices correctly there, inclusive of VAT, by ticking tax inclusive, by ticking tax inclusive, by ticking tax inclusive. Here, where, just in case you have forgotten again, here, under new prices, okay, here where it is, where there is a small tick, make sure that it is ticked to tell the computer, the machine to say, actually, these prices are tax inclusive. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye-bye for now.